Hey nerds and weeaboos alike, you are listening to the Qwertycast. We are a new, constantly evolving podcast focusing around computer games, indie games, and everything in between. Basically, any AAA titles that are on consoles as well, we will probably gloss over, so sorry Red Dead Redemption fans. It is our first episode ever, so let's get right to it. I am Kenny Schofield, a not-so-filthy, not-so-casual gamer. I started gaming at an early age, and besides the Windows games that kind of came stocked on every computer, my first game that I ever played was Lemmings. But enough about me.
Wow.
Allow me to introduce our next fellow gamer and host of the show, Andre Spilari.
Hey, one, I feel like that Red Dead was a direct call out to me, but we'll get back to that. Two, I'm Andre Spilari, and I would consider myself kind of an obsessive gamer. I feel like I kind of just like play things like way too much, and I sort of binge them like TV shows. But I grew up on Nintendo games and some PC games. I think the first thing I probably ever played was like Mario on SNES. And then, I don't know if anyone remembers like that Tarzan PC game or the Arthur one. That was like a game within a game. And I think all of that meta shit is literally what made me what I am today. So that's me.
And next we have Stephen Hunt.
Hey.
Steven!
Yeah, I appreciated the obsessive gamer description. I feel like a lot of us fall into that category. But yeah, I definitely also enjoy video gaming. Mostly stick with the RPG-style games. That's kind of the genre that I enjoy the most. But as far as the first game ever, I actually had to think about this one. Have you guys ever heard of Space Quest? It was like a MS-DOS floppy game.
Oh, yeah.
It's the first game that I ever played, and probably responsible for the terrible humor that I have today.
No, yeah, I think Game Grumps played that at one point.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, they
definitely
played
up
so
their
many.
alley.
Yeah. That game was awesome.
It looks so good.
Wow.
Cam, why don't you tell us about yourself?
And last but not least is our final host, Cameron Pelagi. Introduce yourself. I am Cameron Pelagi. I like to play video games. I think that's like what everyone else here does. I also like to weeb out.
Also, you should clarify it's Cam with a K.
Whoa! I need to get that person.
Whoa.
They can find me online.
You just made that.
I'd say, if you want to say like the first video game I ever played, PC Master Race, was Civilization 3, where my computer was so bad I could only get about 10 turns in an hour.
Nice.
And when we upgraded it, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Whole new
You
world.
were evolving your civilization in real time.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you, I didn't know why Gandhi would nuke me, and then I found out years later.
Well, today we are going to talk about a game we played together that you'll be able to find on our YouTube. Stephen and Andres are going to... Yeah, Steven and Andres are going to hit us up with some fascinating news, and Cam gets to talk about whatever he wants, I think. We're not really sure what's going to happen in that section, but we'll then wrap it all out with a game of our own. But before we get to all that, can you guys tell me what's up? What's going on in your lives? Let's get a little down and dirty. Whoever wants to start.
Wait, did somebody actually say the how you doing, or was that part of the song?
That was Cam.
It sounded very sultry, like how you doing.
How you doing, Andres?
Ooh, oh gosh, I'm better
My
now.
name's
Thank you.
Cameron Mitchell.
Well, I have been working very hard on a lot of editing stuff that I've been doing.
Nice.
I also went to the pool recently. This is the second time I've been to the pool this summer, which is really exciting because I feel like I never go to the pool anymore. It's like much harder to get to a pool, especially because our complex's pool has been closed all summer, which is really
It's an unfortunate time for a pool to be
Like
closed.
And
pool,
frustrating.
does that include bodies of water in general? Like you haven't been in a body of water in a while?
Have I? I don't remember. I must have.
In April we went to that one place, that waterfall.
Yeah, Kenny.
Oh, we did.
You stupid
Yeah, that was
boy.
beautiful.
Ouch. that was like April though.
I know.
That
I
was
said
like
April.
spring still.
Haha, April Fools! I never met you.
What about you, Stephen? What have you been up to?
I'm actually in the process of buying a house.
Whoa.
Hey,
Next step. Getting married.
that's fucking awesome.
Kids.
Yeah, right. It's the whole process.
$3.
On a new
Wait,
studio
are you like
to,
engaged?
podcast. No, but it's on the list.
I just said that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was you.
Now we'll have a new studio to podcast out of, huh?
What, really?
Got a man cave I'm going to be trying to set up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Ooh.
But yeah, that's the news in my life.
Dude, that's awesome. Kudos.
What about you, Andres?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I kind of said this on the first time we tried this, but basically I'm just like working 9 to 5, but making pretty okay, and then just making enough to be comfortable to come home and play more video games. But I feel like definitely at this point, like, I'm playing a lot of video games. I have stuff that I want to play all the time, but then that forces me to like make plans with people, so I'm not just inside all the time. Especially at work, I can really get, like, even if I'm walking around the building a lot, it can definitely feel like I haven't been outside in like 8 hours. So I try to push myself to like hang out with people.
I think I saw you. I saw some pictures of you on Instagram. You're like playing kickball.
Oh, yes. Oh my God. Yeah. So my birthday was last Tuesday, and
happy birthday again.
Thank you. And it and so we didn't do anything in the week except I had plans because my friend Olivia has the same exact birthday. So we do like a whole group thing with our friends, and we did kickball this year because we really loved it last year, and we all like had a good time. And so we got like fucking trashed. Everyone brought like alcoholic seltzer, and we didn't plan it. And it was just like, yeah, but they're just like super, like, I don't know. I'm not going to get into all that, but it was a great time, and I'm super sore still, and it's the only sport I do all year. So I hope it becomes like a tradition.
Were you really dehydrated by the end of that? Because that sounds like the perfect combination to be really dehydrated for.
I mean, I was smoking and drinking the entire time, and I did end up taking a 4-hour nap, but I think I was fine.
Nice. Yeah, I actually ended up learning to do more flips when I was at the pool, and my entire body hurts after it.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Surprised.
Cam, tell us about thine self.
Ooh. So, as you know, I disappeared for about 6 months. It's no longer happening.
Woo!
This will be my first summer in Washington.
Woo!
In 3 years. I know. It's nuts.
Wait, you're in Washington
I've not been outside at all.
I don't blame you.
I love going rock climbing.
I still don't blame you. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, wait, Washington State, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Glorious state. I'm in
our west coaster.
In the Seattle area. All the way over there. I miss my big city, Philly, but...
Yeah.
Let me tell you, there's a ton of climbing places to go around. And I like to pretend I can go outside and mingle with the people here. But it's not true.
That's awesome. Well,
just play video games where you talk to people.
I'm glad to say it sounds like we've all been keeping fairly busy. But let's move on to our Let's Watch segment. Let's watch.
Watch.
So
okay, sorry.
This is a segment where we played a game before we recorded this, and today we played Duck Game. This is our first podcast, so I can't say for certain what time it will be released, but it will be up on YouTube soon. What did you guys think of this game? Did you love it? Hate it? Can you give it a star rating? How many quacks out of quack?
Give me this 4 quacks out of 4 quacks.
I would love to hear Steven's opinion, because this is your first time playing it.
Before.
Well, considering the fact that I lost every round that we played, I'm probably still going to have to give it 5 quacks out of 7. Wow. It was really well put together. I know it's an Adult Swim game, so there's a hit or miss in my book, but
pretty old game.
Before we actually all got on and started playing some multiplayer together, I was checking out some of the solo stuff, and it's got a lot of like time trial oriented competition challenges, and the multiplayer is definitely wholesome and enjoyable. Get to shoot other ducks in the face.
Yeah, right. And quack. The fact that there's a whole button just dedicated to quacking already gives it like an extra. Yeah,
and you told me that I could change the pitch, and that blew my mind.
Right? It's little things like that. Even as like a what would you call that? A 16-bit game?
Yeah,
Something
probably
like that.
somewhere in there. Yeah.
And so like for them to have like your basic controls, but also a quack button and a pitch for the quack, like it's just I don't know. That's the kind of like quirkiness I would also expect from an Adult Swim game, which is why I kind of sad when they are hit or miss.
Yeah, but I really enjoy the stage builders you can do here.
Yeah, the
people
stage,
get so creative.
Yeah, I wish I knew. I got really excited about Super Mario Maker 2 because I kind of fantasized kind of the same way. I enjoyed building in Duck Game, but I don't. It's weird because I don't know Mario well enough. I was never one to like play all the games as they came out, so I don't know like the mechanics as well. So it's a lot harder for me to really enjoy Super Mario Maker 2's creator as much as I did Duck Game because of how simple Duck Game was. But me, Andres, and Cam have all been Duck Game veterans, and it's still our big go-to game if we ever just want to like get together and shoot the shit.
Just remember, I'm not good, so veteran doesn't mean good. I think I was beaten by Steve a lot, actually.
In the 3 games that I actually won.
I just think it's like it's just such a good. I feel like it's such a good game to come back to, and like especially we tend to introduce it like Kenny and Cam. We tend to introduce it to like people who like are already pretty good at video games, so it's easy to pick up if you have an idea of what you're trying to do.
For sure.
But I mean, I guess I would give it 6 out of 7 quacks. Not a full 7, just because like the single player mode isn't like appealing to me at all. Like it's cool, I like the trial stuff, but I've never really been too interested in trying the single player out too much.
I'm not sure if I would. Was a single player.
Yeah, see, right, because the multiplayer is so much fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's it's just such a goofy game, and I'm glad that like we come back to it so often.
Yeah, the fact that you had said you can kind of pick it up quickly. It's got the same mechanics of a lot of those older like flash-based shooter games, where it's like that 2-dimensional side-scrolling shooter. So it's if you've played any of those, then you can jump right into this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would also I would give the game itself 6 out of 7 quacks, but I would give the multiplayer like 10 out of 7 quacks.
10 out of 7 quacks.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
4 suicides out of 5 suicides.
Like we've played the game for hours. It's never never gotten dull.
I want to even just pull up on my Steam like how many hours I've put into this game.
Well, how about I'm actually really interested in knowing that. But while you do that, what else have you guys been playing?
Classic League of Legends.
Nice.
Yeah, you've been doing that. I know.
Oh,
have you checked out? No, have you checked out the what's that game, Steven?
Team Fight Tactics.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Have you checked that out?
Is that a good oh god or a bad oh god?
So there's a lot of like things to do there. I'm not really good at it at all. Just like League of Legends, I'm not good at it.
For people who don't know, what is Team Fight Tactics?
Yeah, I don't even know.
I guess you can think of it as auto chess. It's one of those type of games where you
still
just
don't know what
characters.
Assume we're talking to someone who doesn't know what any of these words are.
You're literally talking to me who doesn't know anything.
I would say I don't recommend it.
I would say the exact opposite.
Ooh.
So what's your sell on this game?
Well, so I kind of understand the back and forth on what makes this game good and what makes this game bad, but for me, I think the interesting part about it is that it's a randomized strategy game. So you have to be able to understand the mechanics of the game as a whole and not go for the same strategy every time, because there's a random aspect and you may not be able to do that. So it's kind of like one of those games where you have to research it before you play it, and for me, I don't know why, I just enjoy that.
I feel like that gives people who like want to like actually strategize more like an opportunity to like that immediately just reminded me of how with Pokemon, they always release the Pokemon early so that people can start strategizing what teams they're going to build as they play. And you know, like I'm the complete opposite as a player, where I want to go completely blind and just see how well the game teaches me how to play. And like I usually base a game off of that. Like, do I feel like I'm actually immersed, and do I feel like I'm being hand-holded too much or whatnot?
So, yeah, it's not like Minecraft level 1.1 beta where you just go in there and you get blown up, so you don't know why. It tells you things like certain champions work together, marksmen, assassins, tanks. The more you get, they buff each other out. But I don't know. It's like Dota did a version, Underlords, and obviously this all came from World of Warcraft mods, but it's just not my type of strategy game.
Yeah, I think, the one thing that I liked about it compared to League of Legends is that there is a finite time frame for the game. Sometimes when you're playing like a standard League game, it can go on forever. But with TFT, there is like, it's going to end almost exactly at the half-hour mark, pretty much.
That is true.
Oh, really quick. I know. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I know we just passed asking what's going on in our lives, but I really, really, really wanted to talk about Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. And Andres, you're supposed to remind me. This is all your fault.
What?
No, remember we were talking earlier, and I was like, "Hey, I want to talk about this, but don't let me talk about it now. Make me talk about it on the podcast."
Is this not the podcast?
That's my point.
I knew you were going to say that the whole time.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Okay.
Well, wait, guys, shut up. Kenny, you should talk about Jojo.
Oh, thanks, Andres. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't want you to forget.
Before we move on, Jojo's Bizarre Adventure is really incredible. I really enjoyed it. I wish they were paying me to say that, but they're not. It's just funny. I love their tropes. Have you ever seen it, Steven?
No, so actually I'm not familiar with it at all. So you can give me a little bit of background here.
Yeah.
Wait, you've never heard of it at all?
At all.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's an anime about Jojo Joestar. It starts out with the character Jonathan Joestar, and I don't know if I want to necessarily talk about what happens to him. Well, okay, let me try to simplify it. So Jonathan Joestar grew up in this rich family, and his father ended up saving this kind of villain, and the villain had a son, and Jojo's father told that guy if his son was ever needed anything, or if he ever needed anything, he would help out. But they didn't know that his father was a villain. Someone else explain this, because I feel like I'm kind of
I totally have a great idea of what I would say. It would basically be that this show is about, every arc is about a different generation of this family of people who all have incredible powers, and they fight bad guys with incredible powers. But it's incredibly hyper masculine. Yeah, hyper stylized, hyper masculine. Everyone's like super buff, and the poses are like really like famous because they're like so like cool and like also funny.
It's really ridiculous.
It's definitely a bizarre adventure, as the title would say.
But I love it so much because like even the writing is like so over the top. Like the first part of the series, Jojo has his arch enemy who is Dio. Also, I really love every once in a while you have a character who's named like a band. Like there's Dio. There's AC/DC, there's Tom Petty.
No, wait,
is there style based on that?
Adios Speedwagoner!
Oh, yeah, Adios Speedwagon. Oh my god.
So good. I hope that's not offensive.
Do you watch it subbed? I watched it dubbed and it was incredible.
I literally haven't even watched it recently, but Zavi, our mutual friend Zavi, he is obsessed with the show, and so he always quotes it. He's just like, Killer Queen! Right. And all these stuff. He's he poses like them. So it definitely has a dedicated fan base.
Yeah. But I love that. I just finished watching part 2, and one of like Jojo's things that he does there is he always like predicts what the enemy is gonna say, and that's how you know he's about to win. And he'll be like, and now you're gonna say, how did you do that? That's impossible. And then the villain always goes, how did you do that? That's impossible. It's
nice.
It's so amazing.
And just gonna have to start watching it.
Yeah, and they have this trope about always the villain and the hero always one up each other, where it's like you didn't see that I was gonna do that, did you? Aha! But I did see it. But what you didn't see is that I had that roped around your leg, and it's just back and forth the whole battle. It's super fun.
My God. It's funny because it actually reminds me of this game that I used to play way back in elementary school, where you would just take a blank piece of paper and you draw a stick figure on it, and then you would take turns, you and another person, drawing things to like kill that stick figure, but then stopping the other person's method and starting your own. And it was just like a constant back and forth. And when you were done, you had an 8 and 11 like sheet of paper just covered in random artwork, all associated with killing the original stick figure.
Oh, that's
my
fun.
God, that's really clever.
Yeah, I like that.
It's like a constant one-up. I'm gonna have to watch this show now because it reminds me so much of that game.
Oh God, it's so amazing. But we'll move on from that and talk about what's next, and that's actually going to be you, Steven. I have a little jingle.
Nice. Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about some indie news. So I compiled 3 stories this week that I wanted to kind of touch on. One of them, I think you guys all have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to save that one for the end. But I'll start with the simplest one first. The developers, or I should say the publishers, Panic. They're the guys that published Firewatch. I don't know if you guys have ever played that or you're familiar with it.
Yes.
But they are making a new handheld device called the Playdate. Which is, they're calling it a crank handheld device. It's basically got like all these indie games that they've developed, and you literally have, it's got like a crank on the side, and you wind it, and that's how you like play through the games. It's a very interesting device, but they got into a little bit of a fight with an indie showcase that also goes by the name Playdate. There were some emails exchanged back and forth, and basically Panic had put down an ultimatum that said that the showcase was no longer allowed to use that name, and it's just kind of been a fight, and essentially the showcase said, no, we've been doing this for longer, we're going to keep using the name, but you know, they can say what they want to say. So that's it's going to be an ongoing issue, and we'll see how it ends up actually filtering out. But the second thing was I always pronounce this wrong. Triternion, I think, is the name of the developers. They're the guys that make Mordhau, the game that we've been playing very frequently. So they just announced that they're going to be doing a huge list of updates, including a few new maps, and they're going to be introducing ranked. Yeah, and they're going to be introducing some ranked gameplay. So you're going to actually have 6 tiers. I know everybody has like some people like it, some people love it. You'll still have the same base game that you'll be able to play, but there will now also be bronze to elite rankings. Each one of them has 5 of their own tiers. Yeah, right.
I mean, I guess that's kind of cool. I'm so conflicted about that. On one hand, I really enjoy, I miss the old days. I think back to the original Call of Duty that had 0 ranking at all, and it was just anyone would play on any server, and it was fun to sometimes be the best at that, and then every once in a while there'd be a handful of really talented players on there that then I would be like, oh, now I have to up my game and then really challenge myself. But it would be much more dynamic instead of it being all really hard or all really easy. It felt.
Yeah, and then you get stuck in that rut where you just feel like you're not going anywhere, and your whole objective is to try and get higher, but you're just not doing anything. Yeah, it's definitely something that people are, bickering about whether or not it's a good direction or a bad direction. I think that it adds additional features to the game, so it's kind of a good thing for them. But one of the other things that they're going to be pushing for the update, which has had a lot of talk in the news, was they're going to be putting in a chat filter and some of the quality of life stuff for making the vote kick system a little bit easier, mostly because, and we all know because we've been playing it, the toxicity in that community has gone through the roof. And so there's been a lot of talk about how they should handle it, especially from a racism side of things. The devs, they didn't handle it so well a few months ago, but they're trying to kind of go back on their word and try and help fix this a little bit.
I did enjoy being killed by my own teammates when they built spike traps on spawn.
Yeah, so that kind of stuff they're actually putting in. They said they have a new system they're going to be implementing to identify when people are building structures that are just being built to harass players on their own team. So that hopefully will be taken care of. But the last piece of news, and this one I think you guys will have some opinions on. Has any of you seen Ooblets? It's a new game that's going to be released. It's like Pokemon meets Animal Crossing meets Harvest Moon.
No.
It's actually...
Oh.
Okay, so Ooblets is a game that I've been waiting for a while. They still don't have a hard release date, but it looks fantastic. If you get an opportunity, take a look. It's by developer Glumberland, which I think is a fantastic name.
It looks adorable.
Yeah, it looks adorable, right? So they just announced that there's going to be exclusivity for the Epic Games Store, and that has caused a lot of backlash. And the part that I thought was great about this was that this game is so adorable, it would make like the manliest man make unintelligible cute noises from his mouth hole, but it's getting the same amount of backlash as like a Diablo mobile game. It's insane. The developers actually stated in an announcement on their, I think it was on their Twitter feed, that they have, it was on their Patreon, that they've been receiving threatening messages across every possible platform in the factor of tens of thousands.
Wow. Epic Games.
And yeah, so Epic Games actually announced their own statement saying basically, we have often shared our views about the game business and companies in it, and we support speaking freely and critically about these topics, including the topic of Epic, our products, and our store. But the announcement of Ooblets highlighted a disturbing trend, which is growing and undermining healthy public deliberate creation and promotion of false information, including fake screenshots, videos, technical promotion of hateful themes, and intimidations of those with opposing views. So they're working together with the game developers to try and squash some of this stuff. So, I mean, say what you want about Epic, but they're at least standing behind their devs and saying, you guys need to stop this stuff. But what do you guys think about this with the whole exclusivity with an indie game?
Well, could I ask really quickly what people's issue with Epic is? Or is it the exclusivity stuff?
Well, I mean, I think it's a really complex topic, but basically what it comes down to is Epic is trying to, add variety to the PC games market, because for the longest time, Steam has really been your only option. But the way that they're going about doing it is throwing money at developers, saying, look, come give us exclusivity for a certain period of time, make it so that they have to come to us first. That'll put us on people's radar, and that's aggravating some players.
Okay, I had heard vaguely about a service doing that. I forgot that was Epic.
So like one of the biggest ones is Borderlands 3. Controversy over that one.
Which one? What is that? Whose developer is that? Borderlands?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
I think it's Rockstar. Is it?
Is it Rockstar?
I wouldn't say that.
I don't know.
I think it's Gearbox is the developer, and 2K.
This is why we do indie games and not AAA games.
Yeah, because it's a big game. But that's what I think was what was so controversial about this game in particular is Ooblets, and I know out of all the four of us, I was the only one who kind of knew about it ahead of time. So you can see that there's not that many people out there that are really aware of it, and yet they're still managing to sign an exclusivity deal, which means that Epic is really cherry picking everybody.
Yeah.
But won't that hurt them more?
Well, you would think, except for the fact that some of the games that people have had a lot of gripe with this exclusivity still ended up selling more games on the Epic Store than on any other platform.
Yeah, like I think people are going to get annoyed with it. It's like when Mass Effect 3 went to the Origins desktop client, because you can get Mass Effect 2 on Steam still, I think. Or maybe they moved all of it. But I think eventually just people will get over it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think this is the same thing that went with Origin.
Yeah, I think it's a vocal minority kind of thing.
I'm sure also we can expect someone to create like an overarching program that just like accesses all of these accounts and puts them all back into one again. I can see that happening in the future.
Yeah, definitely like a consolidated platform service that just kind of. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a market for it. You might have to get through some licensing, but
Oh
hey, it's a
yeah,
great idea.
it's just so silly to have like all of these. Like, I get like having your exclusive store, but it's just so frustrating to have like 5 different apps open if you want to like switch over from one game to the other, or just have to open different apps at different times instead of having one open.
The biggest thing is that when you purchase from a different platform, you also don't get the same server support unless the game was developed with the servers on the developer side, which very few games have that. It's usually the publishers that have the server control. So that's one of the biggest problems. I mean, I think we talk about it all the time. Rocket League no longer being an indie game, but that also means that the servers are going to be hosted through Epic. So things are going to change. Things are definitely going to change. But that's what we have in the indie news for this week.
Awesome. Cool.
Nice.
Well said. Well, let's move on to Andres' indie pop segment. That's what I've decided to officially call it.
Indie pop.
Just so you know. Yeah. Yeah, we got some pops right here just to like really, and maybe some crackles and some bangs. But this is our indie pop segment. Great. It's coming in. Yeah, just you wait for it. Andres.
Yes.
Let's talk about your indie games and pop culture.
Hey. Yeah, indie games and pop culture. Well, I'll start a little bit not so related and then pull it back around. I hope everyone has watched that Castlevania animated series because I was obsessed with it. I thought the action in it was like really, really well done. And I like this guy who's executive producing the Castlevania series. I think his name is Adi Shankar. Yeah, Shankar. And he already got greenlit for a 3rd season, and he actually is taking Devil May Cry and into the indie game Hyperlight Drifter and making animated series for those as well. And so Hyperlight Drifter is like a beautiful, atmospheric indie game that I think everyone should pick up. But it's atmospheric, so I'm not really sure how they're going to do like an atmospheric game as a series. Maybe something akin to Samurai Jack. That was a very quiet show. But I think they're going to go in like an anime sort of look instead of the pixelized look that the game was known for. And the game creator is also helming the show. They're looking for writers right now, and not too much has been said since like March. But I'm actually really excited for a Hyperlight Drifter show from the creator of Castlevania, or like that TV show.
I'm very excited for Hyperlight Drifter. Do we know any details of kind of like what it's going to look like? Or?
Yeah. I'm not sure if you heard my bit about it. Kind of looking like anime. I mean, apparently the game, as well as the show, are going to kind of pull inspiration from like Ghibli films, and they want it to have that very like light, sort of beautiful atmospheric tone to it, just like the game did. But I'm just interested in how they're going to approach dialogue, because the game itself is quiet.
Yeah.
Has everyone played it?
I have played it.
I'll be honest.
No, unfortunately, I haven't. But this Netflix series might put me in the mood for it.
Yeah.
Oh, the Castlevania.
Yeah, I've avoided like Metroid and Castlevania style games. I don't know why. It's just been something that hasn't really crossed my path too much.
I honestly haven't really played them either. I haven't had too much interest. I'm not sure why either.
Probably did when I was a kid, but I haven't really since. But the Castlevania series on Netflix is very cool.
Oh my god, the fight scenes are amazing. Also, I will say, Steven, because you mentioned RPG, that Hyperlight Drifter is an action RPG. So it's like kind of like obviously smaller in that customizability bit, but what I do like about it is kind of what I had mentioned in the beginning about how games teach you how to play, and Hyperlight is the kind of game that sort of, it doesn't really hold your hand, and it gives you enough clues on like what to do that you just kind of figure it out as you go along, but as well as like there's like secrets.
It tells you literally nothing, I think.
It tells you nothing, but it's not that hard to like figure out, you know?
Right, yeah.
And it has secrets that are like you find one and then you're like, oh shit, are there more of these sort of thing? I like games that have like kind of secret stuff, but I don't like it when it's like so like secretive, like it's so hard to find like any Easter eggs or anything like that.
Yeah, it's got to be something that you don't have to spend like 100 hours trying to like scavenge every corner.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a really nice casual game.
Mm-hmm. So Hyperlight Drifter getting a show. It's like, well, I actually read this quote recently that they're calling this whole Netflix like series of video games the bootleg multiverse.
Whoa, multiverse?
Yeah, the bootleg multiverse.
Like there might be a crossover thing at one point?
Maybe. Also, the guy who Shankar who
reaching.
The what?
Is that that might be reaching?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's the same executive producer. It's up to him if he wants a crossover. I mean, and
That'd
he does
insane.
sound. he said he acquired the rights to Devil May Cry for for like a multiverse thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it would probably just be like a battle royale dome sort of bullshit in like a alternate dimension.
Yeah. Guys, I'm still waiting for this Super Smash Brothers Ultimate
which
Cinematic
would come
Universe.
out as like a fucking game. Just imagine.
They come out with like giant like foam mascot style. You ever seen remember the first commercial for Super Smash Brothers? No. It was like Pikachu comes walking out in a field. It's in this huge mascot outfit, and then there's Mario, and they just walk up to it and they start punching each other.
Oh,
and then Yoshi
comes God.
in.
Super
Smash Brothers.
Yes.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, that would actually.
As long as it's not like the Mario Brothers movie. Has anybody ever seen stuff?
A fantastic.
Oh God!
I might add.
Well, I've seen a really great Mario Brothers short film on YouTube that was like really kind of gritty and intense. I actually recommend it. I don't remember what it was called, but I'll try to find it after this.
I recommend that the Mario Brothers movie, which was, I think Nintendo greenlighted that thing. They're saying, good to go, guys. You go ahead and make this with this cast and script.
That's coming out? That already came out?
Oh, it came out years ago.
Oh, okay.
And what he's basically saying is, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
Well, because I feel like I heard that a Mario movie is also coming out again. Maybe?
Really?
Interesting.
I don't know. I think I might just be overhyping myself because Sonic's out, Pikachu's out. I just want the Super Smash Brothers
It's a
cinematic
Mario
universe.
Sonic Olympics game.
The SBCU.
SBCU. God damn it.
Yeah. Speaking of Smash, really quick too. I know Cam knows about this, and I'm pretty sure I posted this in the other Discord, Steven. But the Smash tourney that we're doing, are you signed up for that?
Yeah, so actually I went ahead and filled out a sign-up slip on, I guess they use Google Forms.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen anything back from that yet, but yeah, I'd like to participate.
Yeah, so if for listeners who don't know, the Unranked podcast, we have friends there, are doing Smash Brothers tourney. This is their third one that they've done. At the end of September, sign up. There's going to be links on our Discord. The Discord link's going to be in Spotify or whatever. But yeah, you should check it out, or you should watch it and donate. You can find them on Twitch. Donate there. They're going to be donating stuff to charity. It'll be a good time. Check it out. We're going to be competing, except Andres, because he doesn't know Smash.
And you can watch
and
Kenny
that's
Suicide
my
3
pop
times
indie segment.
That was only the first time. Needless to say, I did not do well the first tournament. But I've trained. And I feel confident. More so. Sort of. Maybe.
With his Nacho Libre.
Yes. Anyways. I think that's it. Is there anything else you want to say about your segment, Andres?
Nope.
Cool. Then we're gonna move on.
Oh man.
Oh gosh.
All right,
It's
Cam.
about to get really weird in here. So we have the man, the co-showrunner, Dan Harmon, made a little series a little bit ago with him and some friends playing D&D in front of a live studio audience. Does anyone know what this is?
Harmon Quest.
Harmon Quest.
Let's Quest. Am I right? So,
Yeah.
I have some good news for anyone who actually cares, which I hope most people do. August 18th on the Verve, VRV.
No way.
Season 3 premieres
Yes.
for Harmon Quest.
I've been seeing ads for that, and I'm very excited. But I haven't seen season 2 yet, so I gotta catch up.
Oh, you should. I mean, have you even started?
Do you have Verve? Yeah, I finished the first season.
Okay.
So now, did you guys ever watch Harmon Town?
No.
I think I just saw clips about it, but I don't think I
Harmon
ever watched it.
Town is his podcast series. He's got probably over 300, 400 episodes at this point. They ended every podcast with D&D or some version of D&D. So literally every
cool.
Harmon Town episode is a Harmon Quest episode.
We should definitely do a very short
that.
D&D thing on here at some point.
It's
Although,
tough too.
Although we would need a host because I can't do that. Or I've never done it.
So like the shows, they're like 30 minutes long, right? In the actual Harmon Quest cut edited version, but they record for about an hour to an hour and a half in front of the actual audience. I'm just going through all this stuff.
Yeah, it's similar to the way that they would do their Harmon Town, and they wouldn't edit too much, and so they would literally just for like an hour just spitball D&D. It's fantastic if you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, Kenny, without spoiling too much, there is a new character coming in.
Like permanently?
Yeah, he's an edgy chain wielder dude, and we got the time element going on. I say he played it very well, and some of the guest lists that are confirmed, you might know this one. Do you know who Reggie Watts is?
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Am I right? So yeah, from Comedy Bang Bang,
cool.
he's coming in as a guest. And another one
Oh my god.
someone else who really caught my eye was Tom Kenny.
No way! That's awesome.
Right? Yeah. So if
God
anyone doesn't
damn
know, he voiced SpongeBob SquarePants.
You know, it's interesting. Do you have that list in front of you? Do you know if Camille Nanjiani is going to be coming back and doing it?
There's no... He's not on that list right now. So they might not have revealed all of them, because this is from like a Twitter from the guy.
The guy.
I forget the Twitter post. Yeah, no, so I don't know if they have recurring guests. I know he's like the only one, I think. Oh, no, there's two that came back twice. But
That's awesome, though.
yeah, so I really love the show. Definitely recommend it, even if you're not into D&D. It's a mix of live action comedy because it usually just brings comedians. You got someone from the second season. You got Gillian Jacobs from the Community. She was a strong first episode starter for the season 2.
Yes.
Recommend that for anyone to watch that series.
Aubrey Plaza is on it at one point.
She was one of the better episodes, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel bad because I know it's good and I've cried from the laughing at the first episode, but I still haven't watched past episode 2.
The first
watch more.
in season 1.
That just means you've saved yourself some great shows to watch.
Right?
True, so it's not gonna be binged. It's gonna be a weekly release,
Oh, nice.
which I think is unfortunate. But
I
Yeah,
kind
my
of am
binge.
getting to the point that I prefer that, but only because I can watch TV so consistently. I know that's a little harder for you, Cam, but I'm definitely just kind of like, I hope that shows like more often than not like release it weekly, because I like not binging shit because I forget things too quickly, and then it's done. I don't want to watch it again.
I like to binge it because I'll be honest, I can watch the entire series and not know who the characters' names are.
So let's move on. It's time for my favorite part of the podcast. We're gonna do our Let's Play segment. And this week we're going to play a game that many of our listeners probably played when they were children, called Fuck, Marry, and Kill. It's
Bad way.
Yeah. Bad. What? Yeah. What's the PG version?
Bang. No.
Bed.
Bang,
Bang,
bang.
wang, and
Bed wed dead.
dang.
That's right. Bed wed dead.
Bang,
That's
wang,
it.
and dang. Is dang fuck?
Yeah.
Bang is kill.
No, that would be Wang. That would be Wang.
Wang is fuck. Bang is kill. And dang is
dang.
marry.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Like, dang, you married that
Dang.
one? Dang. I don't know.
Take that
Anyway,
as
this one's going to be really simple and very loose. Very loose. Each of us are going to take turns. One person names 3 games, and it can be any game, indie or otherwise. And the rest of us decide if these games were people if these games were people, who would we fuck, who would we marry, and who would we kill? Simple enough?
Yes, Dad.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, God.
I don't know if I like you saying that after I talk about this game.
Yes, Daddy.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my.
I'll start it off, but I'm also gonna give us like a second to really like think about what we're gonna say, because I actually have no clue yet. I didn't run that far yet.
All right, got it. I'm ready.
Oh yeah. Okay, go ahead. You can start.
All right. Kenny, I'm gonna throw this one out to you.
Well,
Fuck, marry-
you throw it out to all of us. Just
To everyone?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's everyone.
Fuck, marry, kill. John Wick. John Wick's first dog or John Wick's second dog?
Well, you have to do games though.
No.
Wait. What? Fuck John Wick. Kill John Wick after I fuck him, and then marry both dogs.
Nice. That's the PC response.
PC. Yeah. Wait. Oh, is there a John Wick game?
Is there a John Wick game?
You can't kill John Wick.
I feel like there is.
Wait. Can I like? Are you saying like? Are you challenging me? Like you can't kill John Wick, or like he's literally unkillable?
Can't kill John Wick.
All right. Well, that explains it. All right. I have 3. I'm just gonna read them off of my Steam list. Fuck, marry, kill. Ori and the Blind Forest. Outlast. And Overcooked 2.
Wait.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, I feel like that's really easy.
Is
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Blind Forest? Is that little furry thing? What is that?
So fuck that one, right? Is that what you're getting at?
No.
Oh wait,
Definitely
wait, no,
Outlast.
wait. I have a different one. Sorry.
Yeah,
fuck
Thank you
me-
very
Fuck,
much.
marry, kill. Fuck, marry, kill.
Like I said, very loose.
Fuck, marry, kill.
marry,
Super
kill.
be a
Wait,
character.
don't take that out of context.
Here, wait. Terraria, Stardew Valley, and Don't Starve.
Okay.
Fuck the eyeball from Terraria. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Marry Stardew Valley.
Mary started
and,
Valley,
and kill
100%.
Don't Starve for sure.
Dude, that was definitely the response.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, he does. All right.
Steven, you do yours, because I still have no idea what I'm going to do.
Okay, all right. Here, guess the theme and then answer the question.
Oh, God.
Anthem, Watch Dogs, No Man's Sky before the updates.
Overrated games.
Yes, very disappointing games.
Damn.
Yeah, dang. Anthem had such potential.
Yeah, so that's
Lost
the one that you're
potential.
gonna fuck.
God. Wait, so what was it? Anthem, No Man's Skies, and what?
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
I think I would fuck Watch Dogs. I would marry No Man's Sky because it had a glow up, and then kill Anthem because I don't actually know it. So I'll kill the stranger.
Wait, what did No Man's Sky have that you said that you wanted to fuck?
No, I wanted to marry it because it had a glow up.
What is a glow up?
A glow up.
Like it got better.
Oh, a glow up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a 5 or 10 year glow up, however many years it took.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's looking for future potential.
Exactly.
I dig it.
I'm
Hold
still
on, so
confused on how you could fuck. Thank you, God. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, so wait, tell me about Watch Dogs, because that's the one I would kill right now because I don't know that well.
Well, Watch Dogs was a Ubisoft open world game that put you in the position of a hacker who would just
I
kind
remember
of take
now.
advantage
Yeah.
of some, it was like security systems, light systems, anything that was connected to like the
Didn't they make
city
a couple
network.
of those games?
It was just like
There is a second one, yeah.
Yeah, I
They
thought it did well because of that.
It's a cool concept. They just really missed the mark or the potential of what they could do.
Yeah, and they hyped a lot that ended up not making it to final product.
Was that did that come out for PC at all? Or
Yes, I think it was PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Okay.
Quote me, I might be wrong.
Hopefully, Cyberpunk doesn't follow this.
No,
True.
because CD
Oh,
Projekt
yeah.
Red.
Oh
is
yeah!
the
Oh my
world
god! I
creation.
hope Cyberpunk is good. That was like a just like a pick your own adventure book, right?
I don't know the origins of 2077.
I think I would do fuck Watchdog. No, kill Watch Dogs. Fuck
It's a tabletop game.
fuck Anthem, and marry No Man's Sky. Definitely.
It's a good
Nice.
response.
Yeah. So this is gonna be mine, and I also decided to look at my Steam list. That was a good call. So my choices are gonna be Duck Game, Dark Souls 3,
The Ducks?
or what
Wait,
was my other one?
are you talking about the dog in Dark Souls?
No,
Sick.
it's just the game. Like the
You're
game is
sick,
personified
Kenny.
as a person.
Oh, that'd be abusive.
Oh,
Keep going.
And my last one was fucking. Oh, I had a good one. I lost it. Lethal League Blaze.
Well, I just want to say, because probably this phrase has been said so many times, but fuck Dark Souls 3. That game is
Go.
crazy difficult, and I love it all the same.
So
it would be
you're
like a-
just to
it'd be like
clarify,
a
you
good-
would fuck it or you would kill it.
No. Totally fuck it.
I'd marry
Okay.
Dark Souls. I'd marry a personification of that game.
Wow.
Wow.
One thing, it's has an easier learning curve than the other games. Okay. And I grow stronger together as I get used to it more and more. And then you learn to love it. You know?
I think that's called.
No, we don't need to talk about that right now.
So what were your other two options be?
They said Lethal League?
Yeah, Lethal League and Duck Game.
Yeah, that'd be a chaotic thing in the bedroom, let me tell you.
Stockholm
So many balls
syndrome.
in the face.
The word I was thinking was Stockholm syndrome.
I don't think I've ever played Lethal League. Somebody give me a quick description.
Oh man, it's so much
Ooh.
fun. It's like dodgeball,
but really close.
but you like. Yeah, and you have you each have like weapons you hit the ball with, and every time you hit the ball, it goes faster and faster, and you're enclosed in a square. And
Is it like a VR game or? Like
No,
PC?
it's like a 2D PC game.
Ooh, I have a wait. It's like it's
We'll have to
literally
play it
like
sometime.
Pong. It's like Pong, the original like Pong game. If everything was immediately really fast and it didn't matter that the ball went past you, it just can't hit you.
Okay.
Yeah. If
Interesting.
you hit you, you're out. It's really chaotic and it's really stylized, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you're
I'll
not
have to
stuck
definitely check
going
that one
up and
out.
down. You can move around the stage.
Yeah. Then there's different characters, so you can like. There's like Switch, who has got a skateboard, and he does like a kick flip, which I think, what does that do? Does that reverse the ball? I can't remember.
The kick flip, I think, goes on the walls or bounces off the
Yeah.
walls.
Yeah, something like that. And then Candyman can turn the ball into a face and shoot it through the wall, and it'll come out the opposite end of the arena.
And I really
And-
love Sonata, who can
Sonata,
double jump.
yeah.
Sonata.
Yeah, and one of them, Dice has a tennis racket, and he takes the ball, shoots it, and it does like it turns in midair and goes the opposite way. Super
Yeah, I'll have to
awesome
check
game.
that one out.
Super fun game. But yeah, so fuck, marry, kill.
But,
What do you think?
Well, knowing that now, I think the truthful response would be kill Dark Souls.
Aw.
Mary Duck Game, just because of the fact that I really like the indie, what we called earlier, 16-bit style.
Yeah.
And then Fuck Lethal League, just because it sounds like a chaotic mess.
Nice.
How about this, right? You got Killing Floor, right? The Screaming Zed.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah.
No.
The Dragonborn from Elder Scrolls.
Oh, so you're doing
We're
specific
going
characters?
character specifics.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the...
What about Lydia?
Yeah, Lydia. Marry her.
Wait, what?
Carry all your stuff. Lydia from
just
Skyrim.
the Dragonborn. And...
No, but I don't want the Dragonborn.
Sorry. And the last one, who's the guy from The Last of Us, the main character? I forget his name. It's been a while.
Ellen Page's father.
Or just take... Yeah, pretty much.
Wait.
Okay,
never mind.
What?
I'll ask later.
So what is it? The zombies in Killing Floor?
The Screaming Zed.
Oh, the Screamer. Okay.
Or even like the Monarch. Say the Monarch.
Is that the final boss?
We'll go to the we'll switch it up. The Monarch, yeah, the final boss is the Monarch. The Dragonborn, and then the Doom guy.
Wow.
It was the Monarch, this really gross looking thing. I can't really tell.
Kill the Monarch. Fuck the Doom guy and marry the
It's the
Dragonborn.
exact same order I was gonna pick.
Yeah.
I think it's the only true order, to be honest. Unless you like chaos.
You have to do some like more chill games. You have to make it harder. So like say like Raft. Here we go. Raft, Train Valley, and Nidhogg.
All right. Fuck the shark in Raft. He always comes back. And then I don't play Train Valley, so kill them.
Train Valley is literally just like make trains go to the train station, and that's it.
And then I'd marry the giant godworm in Nidhogg. And just ride him for years.
Ride him into financial security. Wait,
Well,
what were your initial three, Cam? Dragonborn.
John Wick. Oh
No, no. Dragonborn.
The Doom guy, Dragonborn, and the Zeds from Killing Floor.
The Monarch, the final boss guy.
Wait. Then what was the first one you just said? Because you said that first last time.
Doom guy.
Doom guy. Oh.
Yeah, from Doom, the Doom series.
The actual Doom guy.
The Doom guy.
I think I would fuck the Doom guy just because, like, they're, like, kind of... I feel like they'd be, like, a good, like older, like, daddy fuck. And then... and then marry the Dragonborn so I can fly. Or just, like, scream at people very loudly.
The picture that I got in my head is that he's flying on the Dragonborn.
I'm just holding on to their ankles. Hopefully I don't die.
Wait, or maybe he's making you fly by like Fusro dying you into the sky.
I mean, as long as there's like cushioning, which is what the Doom guy's for. No, and then
no, that's what Lydia's for.
Oh, wait. So that was my question because there's somebody I know who plays Skyrim who does a bunch of stuff, and they were always talking about Lydia, but I thought it was like a character that like he had just like happened to have, and that might be is Lydia like a famous character?
Yeah, very famous.
Yeah, so she's one of there's several companions that you can get in Skyrim, and one of them is Lydia. I think she's one of the first ones that you meet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she is the first.
But yeah, she ends up being, I think she's like one of the strongest, and she also can you can give you companion stuff, and she can just hold a shit ton of things.
But she's also super annoying because she tends to always walk in front of you and clog the hall.
Yeah.
I've heard that the guy who plays with her, he exclusively plays online. Like he plays VR Skyrim, and he's like 50 something. and he like doesn't really play video games, but this is the only game he's played in a while, and so he plays
Dude,
VR.
That's a great game to play at 50.
Right? And so he plays VR Skyrim, and he's always taking Instagram photos or Facebook photos about his adventures with Lydia.
You're getting a phone call.
1 second, guys. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. Or is that was that not to us?
Yeah, no, sorry. It was literally like Zavi keeps Facebook calling me on accident, and then it like fucks up my microphone because it disconnects it.
Classic.
Yeah, but
you should have told him to say hi to the podcast.
Well, no, he wouldn't have talked on that. But I'm gonna step out for just a second. But Lydia, yeah.
Welcome back.
So basically,
are you good to go?
Yeah, and we can just probably cut out that whole Lydia bit anyway.
Well, maybe. But anyway, we're back.
I can just start with, and I would kill the monarch because I don't really know that character.
Yeah, we had zero break in between you saying that and whatever you said last.
Yeah, I mean, I said the first two, and then I just said my third one in exactly order, and that's all I said.
Can you explain them again? I missed it.
Oh, it was well, so who's Lydia? No, I'm kidding. I can't actually remember. What was it? It was the Dragonborn. I would fly on the Dragonborn while we're married. We'd probably fly to our honeymoon destination instead of paying for a flight, and because the Dragonborn can fly, right? Is that how that works? They can launch themselves off the ground with their screaming.
Yeah.
And then fuck Daddy Doom, and then kill the monarch.
Daddy Doom.
Well,
Doom.
I think we've literally taken this game as far as we can take it in this context right now. No, that's not true. We could totally keep going, but we should wrap it up, I think.
We should end on one. Let's do Bayonetta, Lara Croft, and Nier Automata.
Lara Croft, Bayonetta, you said?
Marry Lara Croft, fuck Bayonetta, and kill Nier Automata.
I don't think my waifu would appreciate you talking about this.
I was gonna say, nobody took it in this direction.
And now we've taken it as far as we can. So, before we close out, I actually wanted to tell our listeners that this is our first episode again, but we plan on building upon it, and we would love to hear from you guys. What worked really well, what didn't work so well, or just, shout outs to us, and we will be reading your mail out loud on the next podcast or whenever we get mail on a podcast.
See you in 3 years.
Yeah. So you can send us, until then, probably you can just send us messages on Discord, and there will be a link in the description to join our Discord if you feel like that's something you want to do and be a part of our community as well. And I think that's it from our extra segment. And anything else anyone wants to include before we close it out?
Thank you. Thank you for watching, listening, talking.
Yeah, check out our YouTube.
A platform to discuss the things that we just like discussing anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, we just enjoy doing this. This is fun. For lack of a better word. Yeah.
This is cool.
So I'm now sad to say that we have come to the end of our podcast, but I am happy to have been here with you all.
Oh.
My name is Kenny Schofield again, and you can find me at NotedK on Instagram. That's NOTEDK. If you're interested in seeing some of the film stuff that I do. Or you could find me on Steam, Battle.net, Uplay, Origin as Field Day or Privates. Cam?
My name is Cameron Pelagi. You can find me wherever Kenny probably is.
Andres?
Out.
I am Professionally Dad on Discord and Steam, and I'm Dre Presh on PlayStation Network. And we'll have to be better friends before I give you my Switch code.
Steven?
And I am Captain Bean Sparrow on pretty much every platform, so if you want to reach out to me, either Discord, through Steam, or Twitter, that would be my handle.
Awesome, and thank you so much for listening. We hope you've enjoyed your time here, and we'll hope to see you on the next one.
Qwerty out!
Later. Yeah.
Woo!